In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the main things to be looking for around your home now that the rain's here. The first areas to keep in mind is all the roof areas and the gutter sections. When it's raining, we like to take a look at all of the joints. Sometimes these downspouts will get plugged up and water will start to actually bubble out of the downspout joints, especially down low here. A lot of downspouts go into underground drainage systems, and those underground drain pipes will sometimes get clogged up, and you'll actually start to see water bubbling up out of the drain pipes. And that would tell us that something's clogged up and needs to be cleaned out. So the first thing is staying on top of your gutters, keeping your gutters clean, but that doesn't always guarantee that your downspouts are clear and draining properly. Like an old contractor I used to work for would always tell me, think like a raindrop. So we're always thinking about what the water's doing as it's shedding off of your home. And once it gets down to the drain pipes and down to the ground, we want to be paying attention to how the slope is around the home. This home here actually has a bit of slope going back towards the home. And fortunately, it has some drain pipes there, so you're not getting a bunch of water just dumping out here. But ideally, you would have a little better slope going away from the home, at least for the first 8 or 10 feet or so. This home's on a basement. If it were on a crawl space, that's a spot where people don't go and look very often, but it's important to go and look in your crawl space, at least periodically, especially once it's been raining for days on end, to make sure we don't have a flooded crawl space or big puddles in those areas. Down here, we have an example of a downspout that's just dumping out right on the outside of the home. That's not ideal because any of that water is just gonna go in and soak into the ground right by the basement wall. Now, fortunately here, this is a tiny little roof area, so it's really not as big of a concern, although it's still not ideal. Another thing we notice over here is that much of this vegetation is just growing up right on the outside of the home. That's never ideal because it can hide a lot of what's going on back there, but especially in regards to being the wet season, this area is going to hold on to that rainwater and moisture a lot longer, and it doesn't allow the siding to breathe, and it can lead to rot issues long term. If you're able to look up in your attic, this is a great time of the year to get up there with a bright flashlight and look all around for any stains or any signs of water leaks in those areas. And then from there, having a licensed professional get up on the roof and look at your roof condition to make sure everything's clean and clear and there's not any damaged areas. That's really well to do. And then after that, working outside, paying attention to your gutters and downspouts, and then the water drainage, how that's all going away from the home. And lastly, looking in your crawl space or basement for any signs of water leakage, any water accumulation, puddling, or leaks is really important to keep an eye on, especially this time of year now that we're in the rainy season. We hope this video helps you take better care of your home, especially during the rainy season. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe for future videos.